There hasn't been a lot of positive news over the past year, but now there is something positive that climate scientists from around the world are beginning to notice. Storm Team 10's David Seipel talked to one of those climate scientists.
Many of us have been forced to work from home over the last year, so we have spent less time driving, and less time driving is putting less CO2 in the atmosphere.
We have a really good opportunity to determine if we can really lower our contribution of CO2 gases.
Dr. Amos Winter, a professor of the Earth and Environmental Systems at Indiana State University, says the pandemic has been able to shed some light on human impacts to climate change. At the beginning of 2020, we saw global carbon emissions close to the carbon emissions we saw back a year before in 2019. It is clear from the data that the lockdowns caused lower emissions in 2020. Amos says with this data, our primary goal can become more clear.
Well, it's quite simple. Keep the temperature from rising 1.5 degrees in the next 10 years.
I spoke with Sydney Drake, a senior in environmental geology, and she says this data can help spread the word about climate change.
Good evidence to show people, because a lot of people don't believe in climate change, but you can use the evidence of, less travel, less jobs going on right now that really showcases how we can actually affect our environment.
Even the Wabash Valley can take center stage on the climate change topic.
I grew up on a river. I love fishing, and we've killed so many fish, and so many of the fish population is just completely ruined because of climate change and overfishing.
Whether you believe in global warming or not, we have to be good stewards of the planet.
Carbon emissions are back up on the rise now that lockdowns are being lifted globally. But it just goes to show we do have an impact on our climate. In the WTHI studio, I'm Storm Team 10 meteorologist David Seipel.